final one. Where did that fight with Fazid, where did that rank in terms of, I'm guessing you're pretty numb to a pain threshold, but where did that rank in terms of the hardest hitters that you face?
He was one of the fastest, probably second to Michael Johnson. I don't know, man. It felt I was in such control of my emotions in there. I felt nothing. And yeah, I never really, he hit me really hard. I think it was probably the first round with a big right hand. That one rocked me. But outside that, I just did such a good job at controlling the fight.
Kamaru, you have a good relationship with him. I'm curious, did you watch the main event and how did you score it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he won the fight. But I'm probably as biased as the judges. Certainly not as biased as Michael Bisping, who shouldn't have been nowhere near a microphone during that fight. Yeah, sucks.
Is that something the UFC needs to look at, like having guys who are friends of the people fighting not commentate?
It's not my call. I just thought it was very unprofessional.
Yeah. You mentioned in the media day Anderson Silva as being one of your top fighters, as being exciting in there. He's just been announced as being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a given. He's a legend. He got most of the fighters that are in here today, he inspired to be here. So, I thought he beat Michael Bisping in this place when they fought. I know he did, but again, he just got the same treatment Kamaru just got.
Coming into this one, Rafael said that he thinks that you were going to have to wrestle him to pick up the win. Does it make it a bit more sweeter knowing that you've gone in there and beat him at his own game, really?
Yeah, they called him the best striker in the UFC. My ability to get from point A to point B is second to none. I'm extremely athletic, and I believe in myself. Again, you have to control their feet. I saw a lot of repetitiveness in his fighting style that I thought I would be able to take advantage of. And he was fast. Yeah, but, I really wanted to fight this guy. Ever since he put that video of Conor getting his dick sucked on a boat in reference that it was me, I really wanted to fuck him up. So I'm glad I got to make his face look like that.
The attendance was 17,588, sold out. Highest grossing single night event in arena history. Fight of the night, obviously, went to Gaethje and Fiziev. Performance of the night went to Hadley and Gunner. They all won $50,000. So congratulations to them. Go ahead, brother.
Curious, obviously, great main event ending for Leon. How did you see the fight and how did you score it?
How did I score the main event?
Yeah.
I really didn't. It was a tough fight to score. I didn't really. I was literally standing in there not knowing what was going to happen, and then Buffer came over and whispered in my ear.
What did you make of his performance, though? I mean, his takedown defense was incredible.
Hey, Lene, we come over here.
Yeah. His takedown defense was great. He wouldn't let himself be pressured against the cage. What did you make of Leon's performance overall?
Whose performance?
Leon's.
Yeah. I mean, I expected a lot more wrestling out of Usman than I saw. And when he did try to wrestle, obviously Leon did a great job, especially if you compare it to the first fight.
You just shared a quote from Teddy Atlas saying that when he's always heard trainers say that when a fighter wins a belt, they become 30% better overnight.
Yeah, I just retweeted that. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I believe it, and I think that there's absolutely a different level of confidence that you have when you win that type of a fight, and I can't even imagine the amount of nerves guys have going into that first fight that you might not feel the second time, and knowing that you have the power and the ability to knock the same opponent out. Plus, you got to look at Usman, who might be a little more gun shy. If you think of all the wars that he's been in with all the great fighters that he's beat, this is the guy who knocks him out.
Do you think Usman was a little bit more gun shy tonight?
Do I think Usman was?
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen going in. I thought he was going to be very gun shy. I thought he was going to be, holding on to those legs all night. He did the exact opposite. He only shot a few times, and he was willing to mix it up in there.
Obviously, we had Colby Covington cage side. He wants to fight Leon in July. I'm curious if that's a fight you're interested in, or do you need to see how it plays out?
Yeah, I don't know when we'll do it, but yeah, that's the fight that makes sense. And Colby came here and cut weight, you know, and did everything to be here for this fight. He deserves the fight.
So it's Leon Edwards versus...
Not to mention the fact that he's, you know, the second or third best guy in the world.
So it is Leon versus Colby next.
Yeah.
But Islam Makhachev said that he would like to fight Leon in Abu Dhabi. I just wondered what your thoughts were on that.
Islam said that he wants to fight Leon in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Colby's next. Yeah, Colby's next.
And I know you spoke about...
We're going back to Abu Dhabi October 21st, but it definitely won't be Colby. I mean, it won't be Leon.
And you mentioned about, you know, business here in London with Leon being champion. What does that do? We see the reaction that the fans had with the chants, the headshot. Can you talk a little bit about what that does for business here in the UK, having Leon as champion?
Yeah, like I was just saying to him, it's huge. This is a great destination for people who've never been here before. It's an incredible city with you know, more than just coming for the fight. There's so much you can do here in London. You know, you can fly in on a Thursday with your family or however you want to do it and have an incredible weekend here. It's one of the greatest cities on earth. And the weather isn't always great, but you can tough through it. But this city's amazing, and to have a champion here now is fun. We'll do some big fights here.
I ask you about the point deduction for Leon. What were your thoughts? Did you agree with it?
Yeah. I mean, that was a blatant fence grab that stopped the takedown. You got to do it, especially when you look at stylistically how that fight goes. Usman's thing is to wrestle and take him down, and obviously, you know, Leon wants to stand up, and you had to take that point.
Were you happy to see that? Because it's kind of been an argument in past fights that it hasn't been removed. Like, points don't get taken off of fence grabs. So are you happy to see that action be taken right away?
Was I happy to see it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I was happy to see it, but I'd rather there's no fouls and no points taken. I don't ever like to see a guy in such an important fight lose a point, but you can't blatantly grab the fence the way that he did.
And I know that you pretty much confirmed that Colby's going to get the next shot, but if Jorge Masvidal was to do something spectacular against Gilbert Burns, would you be willing to give him the title shot, given the history that he has with Leon?
Colby gets the next shot, no matter what happens.
Just a quick one here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get your thoughts on Anderson Silva being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Anderson Silva being inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the greatest of all time, and yeah. Finally, I mean, he should be. We invited him out, but he couldn't make it. We wanted him to be here for it, but he couldn't make it tonight. What's next for Bilal? Where's Hunter? Who's Bilal fighting? I forgot. Huh? Yeah. Rachmanov. We're working on it.
What does it feel like to retain it, and especially to do it here on home soil?
It's amazing. You know, it's like every kid's dream to be able to live this moment out. And I said it all week. I truly believe that this is my era. You know, it's been a long time. I haven't lost a fight. 7-8 years, you know, so be able to come back to my hometown, defend my world title, have the crowd going as crazy as they've been going all week. Press conference, the weigh-ins, screaming out headshot, like it was madness, you know, and it's like I said, dream come true.
First one ended in a knockout, and I know Kamaru in the lead up to the fight was talking about dominating rounds leading up to that. How satisfying is it to actually win it on the scorecards this time and actually be winning that amount of rounds against him in the fight rather than it being just a one-shot deal?
I think just prove that how much I've improved, right, over the years. I wasn't able to show my performance in Utah because altitude. I think that showed now that altitude played a big part in my performance, you know. And yeah, but like I said, Kamaru's a tough opponent. He got a great team behind him. But it's true, like I said, believe it's my time.
And how does it feel? It was just a few years ago you walked out at the O2 to face Gunnar Nelson, and it felt like the crowd were more with Gunny than they were with you. And you've seen other fighters from the UK promoted above you in your weight class in the past. This was your night, main event, world champion, in front of all those fans. How much did this occasion and this whole week mean to you?
Meant the world, you know, meant the world to me, and to be able to overcome so much in my career You know, I took the hardest road to get here, you know, and I feel like you all know that I took the longest road to get here. And so to be able to now finally earned my respect the hard way, not no one gave me nothing, it's even more satisfying for me, for my team, to believe in my team, believe in the UK mixed martial arts and what we're doing, you know. So it's definitely more satisfying for sure.
Last one from me. Dana was just up here and he said it's definitely going to be Colby for you next. Give us your thoughts on that.
I don't know how that makes sense, you know. Yeah, fought for over a year and a half, sat out, not injured. I just don't get how he just slides in for the world title shot when there's other guys in the division that's been active, been fighting, didn't sit out. So yeah, like I said, I'm the king now. I've earned my way, you know. So I feel like I should decide who's next, you know. So yeah.
In front of you, right here. In terms of your game plan, obviously in the second fight, you said the altitude played a big factor, but it seems like you were on your back against the fence quite a bit. You found yourself in that situation here, but you successfully defended the takedown. So, how much of this camp was just working on getting off the fence and keeping him off you against the fence?
I got a great, like I said, team behind me, great wrestling coach, Camby, and that we drilled. We know that once you get his arms locked, he's effective with his takedowns, and also the game plan was just not letting him lock his hands together to secure the single leg or double leg. And then once he did that, then the fight would be mine, you know.
Colby, after the fight, said that after he watched the first round, he said it seems like Usman coming out southpaw frustrated you, or you couldn't figure it out. How true is that?
Not true at all. You know, I think I came orthodox. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is.
And you didn't seem to throw many punches. It was very kick heavy. Was that the game plan coming in?
Yeah, I was attacking his legs, attacking his body. I know he would have been worried about the kicks, right? Because what happened in the last fight. So I was trying to use my kicks to set up my hands, to bring his hands down, to be able to land the head kick. But fair play to him and his team for working again, get a great game plan, and him being disciplined all the way through the fight. For me, not landing a clean head kick, you know.
Final one for me. What did you make of the point deduction for the fence grab? It seems like you didn't quite know what was happening until Turpting was like watching the replay.
I thought I should have got a warning at least, like a final, like this is a final warning, you know. But we just took the point straight away, and but yeah, here's what it is.
Leon, what is your relationship with Kamaru? Like, you didn't touch gloves at the beginning of the fight. You guys are kind of talking to each other in between rounds, but there does also seem to be a lot of mutual respect. I'm curious what your attitude is towards him. Is there a beef, or is it just like competitive?
Just competitive, you know. Like I said, I wish him well in whatever he chooses to do next. You know, there was never no beef between me and Kamaru. I feel both just thought we was the better man, and that was it. You know, you heard his words after the fight, and I feel the same way. You know, like I said, I wish him well. The sport is hard, so yeah, respect to him.
He also said that you'll see him again. Do you think there's any world where you'll fight him again?
Probably not. It's been 3 fights now, you know. So I want to move forward in my career. So yeah, I'll look towards more different fights. You know.
In regards to Colby, you know, you said, it doesn't make much sense because, you know, he's been out and his record is like whatever. But for you as the champion that's getting pay-per-view points, is he not the guy that's going to make you the most money?
If you're going pay-per-view wise, I'll probably go, if Masvidal beat Burns, that's the fight to make. If you're going pay-per-view wise. But I just don't see how Colby just sits out for a year, not injured, and then just sliding for a title shot. When I had to work my 12 fights to get there, you know. And when I was trying to get my title shot, they're always like you're saying, who is he? And I don't know who he is. And now I'm the king. Now they're saying, he's allowed to just jump the line and just jump straight in. But like I said, I'm the king now. I'll decide who's next.
So if Masvidal wins in Miami, for you, that's the one that makes most sense?
Yeah, I just don't like him, you know, so I feel like that's the one I need to get back. I feel like there's a storyline there to tell. So yeah, if he gets the job done, like I said, I'll have a look, I'll consider it, and if he begs me, then I might let him slide in, you know.
Someone who you've never really considered is Bilal Muhammad. Dana White was just up here saying they're going to do him versus Shavkat next. Curious if your thoughts on that fight.
It's a good fight. It's a good fight, you know. But like I said, for example, Bilal Muhammad, he's been like fighting. You know, Colby hasn't been fighting, and he's still competing. You know, so yeah, like I don't care who wins out them two. And that's it.
There's an old saying in combat sports that you're not really the champion until you defend the belt. Do you feel more of a champion now that you've defended the belt, especially in front of loved ones and UK family?
No, I feel like I'm a champion anyway, you know, for just on what I've overcome, you know, in life. I said all the time that the belt belongs to nobody, you know, it doesn't make or break me, you know. I've went through the thick and thin. I feel that is what made me be able to seize these moments. You know, when I was walking out, I was calm. I felt like I belonged there, you know, and I feel like my life, my journey that I took helped me to prepare for these moments, you know, and I truly believe this is my time now.
I know you said that you had no ill will towards Kamaru, and it's just business at the end of the day. When it comes to Masvidal, what's that relationship like? And would you be able to keep composed if you did have a fight with him, because there's that much hatred there?
Yeah, for him, I just don't like him. I think he's a weirdo. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. You know, the only reason I'll give him the shot is because I don't like him.
I mean, how do you think a fight with him would go? Do you think he actually styles up with you, or do you just?
Nah, I think it'd be an easy fight for me. You know, and that's it.
Any reason why he's a weirdo?
He's just a weirdo.
Thank you.
Thank you.